Hi there, we're Calm Coders representing School of Code. We're from Bootcamp 15 and here today to talk about our final project. Let's meet the team. My name is Pfizer. I'm a former dog groomer who loves tech and learning even more. I'm sad to be finishing such an enjoyable bootcamp, but ready and excited for the next chapter of my tech journey.
Hi, I'm Andy, a chemistry teacher that loves problem solving with a passion for technology. I'm excited to see how much I can learn about software development.
Hey, I'm Nick. I'm an experienced brand manager in the B2B remote working and video conferencing space, and I've decided to bring my client facing skills into the world of tech. Outside of that, I enjoy traveling, live music, and stand up comedy.
Hi, I'm David. I have a background in security and I'm a competitive runner. And I'm in tech because I enjoy problem solving.
Hi, I'm India, an English Lit grad and former civil servant. In my spare time, I enjoy building custom PCs and have now decided to expand my horizons and try my hand at software. I'm super excited to turn my passion into a career and see where this coding journey takes me.
Exploring children's mental health, we discovered some worrying stats. 5 children in a classroom of 30 have mental health issues. This has been rising over the past 6 years. More than 2/3 of young people prefer to access mental health resources without involving their GP. We made it our goal to assist families. Research led us to this problem statement, recognizing the negative impact on both mental and physical health. Introducing Bubble, the mobile and tablet-friendly children's app that promotes mindfulness, self-reflection, and connection in the home.
Now, let's dive into how Bubble works. For a child opening Bubble on their own device, perhaps on a Kindle or an iPad, they are greeted with the main home page. A child can click on the Record Your Mood button, which takes them to the Mood Logger section of the app. Bubble's Mood Logger is broken down into 3 levels, encouraging a deeper response per level.
On the first level, a child is greeted by an emoji pack page where they are encouraged to click an emoji based on their mood. Next, they are taken to the Dive Deeper section where they are faced with 6 feeling based questions. They choose their answer by clicking on the scale from 1 to 5, with the bubbles each clickable. If this section is not completed, an error message pops up, which is age appropriate.
Once their ratings have been made, they are directed to the final and deepest level where they are given free space to write about anything they want and really delve into why they are experiencing these feelings. There is a visual cue if they don't fill out an entry. Once finished, they can choose to view all of their previous mood logs, and upon reading their logs, they are then prompted towards a discussion.
The bubble breathing section is where a child can practice mindfulness. They can see the benefits of doing such an exercise. If they haven't been on the app before or want a reminder of what to do, they have an optional short tutorial to watch. They'll breathe along with the bubble animation to calm themselves down and focus on their thoughts. Afterwards, they are encouraged to talk to someone, followed by the choice to record their mood or do the exercise again.
The adult in the family household can access Bubble through their phone and navigate to the grown-up zone where they can review their child's logs in greater detail. Adults can also see their child's individual ratings chosen from the Dive Deeper section. There is also a soft prompt encouraging the adult to interact and start a conversation with their child with regards to their logged moods. Moving to Bubble's mood analytics, adults also have the ability to track their child's emotions in a visual format, taken from the calculated averages over the selected time period.
We want to tell you how we approached our project. Establishing a timeline first, we knew we had 4 weeks to complete the project. Following the Agile methodology, our work was divided into 4 sprints and the MVP divided into 4 epic features. Each week consisted of daily stand-ups and retros, a stakeholder meeting, with a focus on continuous deployment. To help with our team organisation, we adopted a lean mindset, which was reflected in our manifesto, to ensure we built an app to the best of our abilities. We maintained communication through Zoom and Slack. Every day we had a Scrum Master for project management and regular meetings to discuss our progress. We used energizers for motivation and morale. Dot voting and group decisions helped us enable us to move forward as a team. During our project planning phase, we utilized Figma to help us organize our work, and Trello as our Kanban board during the build. Both are really effective tools for delegation and helped us to break down our features into small manageable parts. Accessibility was a priority, starting with our design, ensuring simplicity through clear page layouts and large buttons. The brand colours were tested for compatibility, checking the contrast and the text. During the build, after every deployment, we used an accessibility website to evaluate the app, and our website currently passes WCAG 2.2 at AA standards.
Now we'll be breaking down some of our design thinking process. Calm and smiling minds dominate this space. We noted simplicity and appealing colours in their UI. However, they are paid apps with limited engaging content, and they are the only small handful of free apps that cater to our target market. So that's where Bubble comes in. Research and dot voting led us to reducing this large topic into one scope, that being mindfulness in children aged 7 to 11. We wanted to find out from a wider audience what people are experiencing through the use of surveys. With over 60 respondents, our research indicates 80% of parents believe mood tracking can unveil mental health insights, with over half finding such apps effective. The survey supports creating a targeted app with an emphasis on de-stressing. The refined problem suggests the app targets two distinct audiences, adults as customers and children as users. To truly understand the user journey, we crafted 3 personas and their stories. Alice, an extroverted and cheeky child, she needs something to bring her energy levels down. Rob, an introverted bookworm, finding a way to open up and increase confidence. And Sarah, a loving mum of 2 and a frequent social media user, to give her that chance to feel closer to her children. Their user stories guided our decisions throughout the project. This leads us to our minimum viable product. We used the Moscow method and dot voting to figure out what really matters. It helped us to focus on key features that align with our app's core values, as well as what's achievable in 4 weeks. The final stage of the process was to create a low fidelity and high fidelity wireframe. This prototype video will also demonstrate the login. We originally created this with different colors, but it was thanks to our great feedback from a user in our demographic who moved us into the right direction in regards to flow, language, and colors. Our development process included thorough user testing and feedback loops to ensure Bubble met our vision.
Building Bubble involved overcoming challenges and celebrating triumphs. Our front-end used the likes of Next14 and React. Vercel was our choice of deployment. Playwright for our end-to-end testing, and our back-end was mostly done through Supabase. We made a collective decision based on insights from coaches and peers to opt for Supabase as our back-end. With our tight time frame, we leaned on its well-tested, reliable, and secure features. While we acknowledged its strengths, we're aware of the limitations and recognize that in the future, transitioning away from a third-party resource can be cost-effective and grant the development team greater control over user data and app usage, an aspect we envision in the future roadmap for Bubble. For the front end, using Chart.js to visualize the mood data proved difficult, especially as it was very new to us. Through documentation, trial and error, and sharing state and use effect, we overcame the CSS challenges and successfully adapted the chart to read our data across different time periods. Looking ahead, we aim to enhance clarity by transitioning to a line graph for better visualization of emotional changes. A challenge for the backend has been Jest for unit testing. We understood this can help with code quality. However, we found lots of roadblocks with our Next.js framework. We understood our inexperience was probably the lead cause behind this, and we made a call as a team to move away from this and try testing from another angle. This led to our triumph. We found much more success with Playwright and end-to-end testing, and integrated it with testing a user journey. For the front end, Chakra UI, we were pleased to see that our build aligned seamlessly with our wireframe, providing us the flexibility to experiment and delve into additional features as we progressed. What we particularly appreciated about Chakra UI was its focus on accessibility. The components were designed with semantic HTML and ARIA labels built in.
On to Bubble's roadmap. In the coming weeks, our primary focus is on strengthening the app's security and privacy. We recognise the importance of login and authentication features. However, we chose not to include this in favour of focusing on fleshing out the features of our app due to time constraints. However, now that the MVP is complete, we'd like to now prioritise adding a layer of auth, both for the children to access the overall app and a separate login for the parents to access the grown-up section. To enhance user support, we want a disclaimer section in the grown-up zone. This section will educate and assist adults in identifying potential unhealthy patterns in their child's reflections. We'd also like to introduce individualized settings. This would include toggles for animations and themes, allowing users to tailor their experience based on personal preferences. In the coming months, we'd like to ensure a seamless user experience for all. We plan to dedicate time to further integrate support for keyboard users, ensuring their journey is just as smooth as those using touchscreen or mouse. We'd create a notification system that keeps adults informed of any mood logging activity performed by their child. Additionally, we would recognise the importance of privacy within a family setting. We'd introduce a timeout feature on the screen, allowing sensitive entries to be discreetly hidden and protected, especially from other family members like siblings. In the long term, we would introduce Bubby, our initial avatar for the Bubble app featured in the tutorial video, to keep our target audience engaged. Bubby is a welcoming companion, encouraging children to open up and engage with essentially a virtual friend. Our vision is for Bubby to be fully integrated, guiding users through soft prompts and interactivity. Bubby would be highly customizable, allowing children to personalize their experience to their liking. To further incentivize engagement, we'd introduce a reward system tied to the mood logging, with the hopes of eventually gamifying the app to make it more fun for children overall and have them coming back for more. Looking ahead, we'd like to expand our content to offer a richer experience. This includes incorporating more mindfulness activities and educational resources for both children and adults. Our vision is to secure sponsorship funding to support this free app, reaching out to charities, ensuring it remains accessible to everyone.
Evaluating ourselves during this project, looking back at what's gone well, we split the work across 2 teams and rotated daily so tasks never became stagnant. Whenever we faced challenges or blockers as a team of 5, we could come together and share our thoughts, even become one another's rubber duck at times. And smooth GitHub flow, all pull requests from our development branch into our main were done together as a team. Any merge conflicts in working branches were also solved as a team. On to what we've learned. This project has been hugely insightful to the scope discipline required to stick to a simple MVP and avoid the dreaded feature creep. We have a better understanding of how dev teams work, the project structure, organization, and management that goes into creating an app. Having a stakeholder allowed us to evaluate our work and progress each week. We also have an understanding of how to compromise and manage expectations. We've come away solidifying our coding knowledge, learning more about Next, JavaScript syntax, and state management. Now closing off the presentation, to finalize, this is the first iteration of Bubble. It's been created from scratch in 4 weeks. This team has been nothing short but collaborative and a brilliant learning experience. The problem is still at large, but we really believe in what our solution does and what it addresses. We would love the opportunity to work on this more. Thank you so much for watching. Please reach out to us and we'd happily answer any questions you have.